Hey, what's up you guys? So today's story time is going to be about the time I almost died in a car accident. This took place on September 1st, 2018. And to give you guys a little backstory on how this car accident happened. So I'm Christian and I go to youth group. We decided to go to this water park about 2 hours away. So everybody in the youth group meets up at church that morning around like 10 or so that we can get there before like lunch, rush hour traffic. I generally don't like roller coasters or drops and heights like that. So it took some convincing for me to actually go on like the scarier rides, I guess. But after I went on them, it was a cool, great experience. Okay, so the day's over. We decided to stop by In-N-Out to get some food for the way back. So in the car, it's me, my two friends. My sister's driving like 75 to 80-ish. And she's all the way in the left lane, so keep that in mind. And we're just having fun, we're talking, we're listening to our music, we're just discussing what happened throughout the day, right? And we're like 10-15 minutes into the car ride, not that far away, like we're still in Sacramento. We didn't get far, is the point that I'm trying to make. The back tire pops, the back like left side driver tire. So when that tire pops, we're all like, all we hear loud, like I don't even know how to explain it. It was so loud. So they're sitting in the front and I'm just sitting in the back, like middle seat section or whatever. Immediately the car starts shaking. So the scariest part of this was I did not have a seatbelt on because her seatbelts don't work in the back.
Really, Nick?
The car starts shaking and she's trying to like control it, but I could see her, she's like struggling to keep the car straight forward. And I'm in the back, like trying to hold on so that I don't like fly out a window or something. About like 5 seconds after the tire pops, the car, she can't control it anymore and the car starts spinning.
Chloe, it's not my fault, not my fault! Oh my god, I don't have my seatbelt on!
So this highway has about it has like 5 lanes. So we're all the way in this lane. We're spinning. I see it through the right side back window that black SUV is coming straight at me, like my door. So during all of this, I'm trying to hold on because I have no other thing to like secure me with. So when the car hits, I get thrown around. And when that's happening, I'm in the back just getting thrown around. I kind of black out, I guess. And during all of this, I'm basically like praying out loud. And I really think that that's the reason why we survived. When the car finally stops, where we ended up at was right by a pole, like one of those poles that tells you like how many miles away you are. So imagine if the car hadn't stopped like about 2 feet away from it. It was about 2 feet, which is crazy because if the car had hit the pole, our car would have just folded around the pole, just completely folded. And I'll insert a picture of like what that would have looked like. And it's just a really scary thought to think about. So where our car ended up being at was like right before an exit, and it just stopped right before an exit, before hitting the pole. And the lady who hit us was behind us, and she did not have any plan of stopping. So as soon as I peeped that they were trying to drive off, I pulled out my phone and took a picture of like their license plate. And that's when she stopped. So the interesting thing about this is there was a daughter and a mother. The mother comes out of the passenger seat and says, "I was driving, I'm so sorry, are you guys okay? Just checking in on us or whatever." Which is weird because you just try to drive away and do a hit and run. But during that whole like interaction that we're having, the daughter switches over to the passenger seat and I'm peeping all of this. So basically what she did was she gave us her license picture and they left. So 1, our tire was popped. 2, we had a big dent on the right passenger side. Like the whole right side was pushed in. So we couldn't drive back. We had to wait for a towing truck to come and get the car until the towing truck came to take the car because it was not drivable. And during this time, we called our friends who had already left, and they were basically back. They were about an hour and a half away. And they were like, okay, we're gonna come back and get you guys. In this time, we were waiting for them to come back. The car's getting towed, and the police offers us a ride. So that next morning, I wake up and I had the worst headache ever. I cannot explain. I just can't put into words how bad it hurt. I just felt like there were knives going through my head, like repeatedly, constant pain. And that's when I really knew something was wrong, but I was like, oh, it's because I just got thrown around. Like, I didn't really think anything too much of it, which I should have. So I just take Advil or Tylenol or something like that, and just to relieve the pain temporarily. And I'm just like waiting for it to kick in, waiting for it to make this pain stop, and it really doesn't. It was a Saturday that the car accident had happened. Sunday morning, I woke up and my head was hurting. I took the pills. We went to church. So that night, I went to sleep Sunday night, and I woke up Tuesday afternoon. So I slept for about 40-ish hours. So we go to the doctor later on, and I figure out that it's a head injury and not a concussion. Took a MRI of my head, and they're like, oh yeah, like your brain is kind of injured. After that, they sent me home. They're like, do not look at the screen, blah, blah, blah. You're on bed rest for like a week or so, and then we're gonna check back in on you. I went back that time, and the pain was not getting better. So they wrote a doctor's note and said that I should not go to school for 3 months. They said I should not go to school for 3 whole months, which is insane because I'm going into my senior year. The first semester is very important to fill out college applications and such and such. So I'm stressing out about that already. Basically, they're like, you can't go to school. And I was like,
Don't tell me this.
what do you mean I can't go to school? Because I really wanted to do well senior year, get everything done or whatever, but that did not happen. So they didn't allow me to go to school. I wasn't able to finish my college application, which was really stressful. The doctor's note was just like, do not look at any screens, don't look at any like phones, don't read. Basically, don't use your brain. It was the basic like overall message of the thing, which is basically just sleep. And knowing me, I was not gonna do that because even though I was home, I was trying to get my college applications done, which I, in that moment, thought was a good idea, but it wasn't because I was hurting myself more. And she's like, have you been resting? I was like, yeah, kind of, but I've been trying to like keep up with my work, blah, blah, blah. She's like, done. And she's just really stressed that for me. I was like, okay. So basically I just gave up on applying for colleges because I just couldn't at that point. It was too much. I was hurting myself while doing these college applications as well. So that really was very hard for me. 3 months is a really long time. So after all of this, I am sad. Obviously, because I can't really go where I wanted to go because I didn't fill out the applications that I needed to fill out. So basically, I was out of school for the whole first semester. You can go for a week and just try it out. And I went the first day, and it was super hard, like super hard for me to really, like it was hard for me to focus. The thing, school was really not gonna work out for the first semester because my head injury was too severe. I basically like dropped out for that semester. And missing 3 months of schoolwork is really hard to like catch up. In all of my classes I had Fs because I was not there. I came back like 1 week before the grading period was over for the first semester, and I received all the work from my teachers that I missed. Basically, some of them were nice enough to excuse them, some of them were not. They were discouraging me, like, you can't do this, you can't do that, blah blah blah. But I was like, I know I can do it, like I know myself. During that last week that I had to turn it in, I basically did all my work, took tests, did all that, and I was able to, for my final grades for that semester, I was able to get C's and B's. It's hard to like get that grade in a week. Basically, I took all my classes for my semester classes in a week, and I did pretty decent, and I'm really proud of myself about that. But all in all, like, the whole experience was really traumatizing. It was not a fun experience at all. It really messed up my whole senior year for me. I would say that coming back from that was really tough mentally and emotionally as well. It was hard, but thanks to God, I was able to just get through it, you know? I just had to work 2 times harder second semester to really just like, basically just graduate. I worked my ass off basically to be able to graduate. It was an experience I will never forget. Through all that, I'm good now, and yeah, I mean, that's the story. There's not more to it. So that's it for the story today. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow my Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. They're all linked below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.